Husband brought his work wife on our anniversary trip to Hawaii. When I got upset, he said I was being insecure and that men need female friends. Now he's begging me not to sign the divorce papers. I was heading to the airport when my husband Jerry texted me, "I have a surprise. Hope you'll like it." I raced past the crowd of people at the entrance and spotted him at the check-in counter. But he wasn't alone. "Surprise! I invited Sasha," he said, gesturing to his 26-year-old coworker who stood there with 2 pink suitcases. The same woman who had him texting past midnight, sending hearts and selfies. "She's never been to Hawaii and just went through such a rough breakup. I knew you wouldn't mind." Sasha hugged me like we were best friends. "You're so lucky to have such a thoughtful husband," she said. "He used your miles to book my ticket so I could afford it." I stood there frozen while Jerry showed me the boarding passes. "Aisle seat for me." Sasha had the window and Jerry between us. "I know you like to sleep on planes anyway," he said to Sasha. She giggled a quick thank you. He handed over mine, then frowned when he saw my face. "Don't be weird about this," he whispered in my ear. "This is just corporate culture. Everyone treats their work wife this way." After checking in and dropping our bags off in the hotel lobby, Jerry suggested we grab a late lunch at the beachfront restaurant. The hostess smiled and said, "Party of 3, right? Your husband changed the reservation last month." I felt my chest tighten. Our anniversary lunch. He'd planned for 3 people a month ago. As if things couldn't get worse, the meal itself felt like torture. Sasha sat between us, sharing bites off Jerry's plate and telling stories about their office inside jokes, while I sat there feeling like an outcast. On our way back through the lobby, he stopped at the spa desk. "I want to book tomorrow's couples massage," he said to the receptionist, pulling out his credit card. "For me and," he pointed at Sasha, "her." When I stared at him, he shrugged. "You hate massages anyway." "No, I said that we can't afford them," I told him. Jerry shrugged. "Same difference. It's not a big deal." But it was. It was a huge deal to me, and I was determined to put an end to it. "I'm sorry, but their massages should be separate," I told the spa desk. The receptionist gave an awkward smile and nodded, adjusting their appointment while Sasha flashed an annoyed expression at Jerry. He quickly pulled me aside near the elevators, his grip painfully tight on my arm. "You're embarrassing me with this middle school jealousy," he hissed. "Everyone's gonna think you're crazy. Is that what you want?" I shook my head slowly and his grip loosened, sighing. "You know, every successful man has a work wife," Jerry said, signaling for another round. "You're lucky I'm transparent about it. Most guys hide it." But the worst part of the trip happened when we finally went upstairs to our room. I felt my blood boil when the door opened. There was one king bed and a tiny pull-out couch that was shoved in the corner. "This'll be perfect for the 3 of us," he grinned. Sasha made a big show of volunteering to take the couch. "I don't want to cause any problems," she said sweetly, looking at Jerry like they were sharing some private joke. "You two should have the bed. It's your anniversary." I crawled into bed that night feeling like a stranger in my own marriage. Jerry gave me a quick peck on the forehead before turning away. "See? Everything's fine. You always make such a big deal out of nothing." I woke up at 2 a.m. to whispering and giggling. Through the darkness, I watched my husband get up and walk over to the couch. "Come on," he whispered to Sasha. "The bed's huge. She won't even notice." I heard her fake protest for about